Here we are then. This is going to be a diagnosing video on this bastard. It's one of these Philips type monitors and it's just been dropped off for a repair. It looks like it has some form of high voltage regulation issue. Who bets that the problem is going to be cold solder joints, eh? Right, I think the best course of action is to turn off before I cremate the horizontal output transistor. Take the back off. Let's touch up all of those joints. I'm also going to do my oven trick. Stick it in the oven to heat the board up in case I miss any cold joints, and we can go on from there. Fantastic. Right, so I've got the board out. If I just turn my extremely bright lights on. Look at that. Someone has worked on this before. Someone's done something to the power switch. Doesn't look like that solder's flowed very nicely, actually. I can see things have been touched up all over the place. To be honest, I'm not that impressed with the soldering skills of this person. They've touched up all of these controls, but it just looks like pigeon shit soldering. I don't know what else to say, really. Board doesn't look burnt. Looks in fairly decent condition. I can't see anything on here that has been changed. I think the only thing that was done, apparently, was the power switch, which is over here. And actually, let's see how well that's flowed in there. To be fair, it doesn't look too bad. I've seen worse. You know, it just doesn't look clean in my head. Look, the person's burnt that up on the. That's either burnt up on the board. Actually, that does look like there's a crack around that joint, the second joint on the right, top right. Okay, fine. So there's no point checking the EHT because it's just cutting out continuously. Apparently this only draws 500 milliamps. Okay, fine. Right, I'm gonna have to touch up all of these joints. I am going to do the oven trick. I hope I don't have to take all of these controls off for that. I think we've also got some dirty controls anyway. The Philips decoder's just flapping about in the breeze. Fantastic. Delay line, I think that is. Right, this is our frame and line output stage. TDA chip. It's a TDA 2579A. This is our frame output transistor. Horizontal output. Frame, I think that's frame driver. This is the output for the frame. Actually, now I'm looking at it. Standard linear type power supply. Okay, fine. I'll go over all these joints and hopefully it will be as easy as that. I've just remembered, worth noting, this has been touched up for some reason and the person's done a piss poor job on it. Just look at those dirty joints. They've completely wrecked this board now. I hate it when people do shit like that. Anyway, I'll go over this board and yeah, see you in a bit. You know, now I'm looking at this, I know this is a replacement transformer. This is not the original one. This is from that European website. I've ordered transformers from them before. So we've got a replacement line transformer. So why was the original one replaced? Was it bad? Okay. And apparently it was working before, according to the customer, so we're not gonna fault that transformer or the line stage just yet. All I have to say on this really poor workmanship that I've seen, most of it's been corrected, nearly all of it now. I've tried to get rid of the residual solder and the flux the previous person has left. The solder that the person has used looks like this. Look at that. It's all just doesn't melt. Doesn't melt at all. It's piss poor. So this all got stuck in my solder sucker. I just can't believe the quality of work this person's done. Whoever has done this, whoever looked at this before the poor chap bought it, yes, it was working. And yes, the person changed the power switch and the line output transformer. But the quality of the solder that they used must have been piss poor. I cannot believe that they were able to make a solid solder joint using this solder. I don't know, it doesn't, maybe it was lead free and a very, very high temperature boiling rate solder, but my iron's pretty hot. Just have to clean the board off, and then I'm going to do the oven trick, and hopefully the problem will go away. If it doesn't, then obviously something else is causing this issue. I hope that high voltage line transform hasn't failed. It's a replacement, it shouldn't have. We'll see. Right chaps, here we are then. This is where we're currently at with the thing. Now, frustratingly, the person who did the work, I've never got a chance to say, but the soldering everywhere was fucking awful. The transformer wasn't installed correctly. That's the first thing. They had they had certain pins on the main circuit board shorted out. Anyway, this is where we're currently at. And I'm going to send this to the customer in a moment. But the soldering work that was on this board, and I never got a chance to say, but look at that poor delay line. Look at those two things there. We've got the one of those is our delay line. I believe it's the blue one for our decoder. But it's awful, absolutely awful. Anyway, here we are then. Just have to adjust. I'm gonna give it a run, but yeah, fantastic.